I never thought a small thing could change my life. Something so ordinary, something so easy to ignore. It was a black hair tie. I found it on a Tuesday morning, the kind of morning that feels painfully normal. The kids were already at school. The dishwasher hummed softly in the kitchen. My coffee sat untouched on the counter, slowly getting cold. I was cleaning Mark's car. We had been married for 14 years. 14 years of routines, shared calendars, inside jokes, and silent understandings. Mark was never the romantic type, but he was dependable, or at least that's what I believed. I wasn't snooping. I wasn't suspicious. I was just being helpful. I leaned into the passenger side to wipe the dashboard and saw it, tucked between the seat and the center console, a hair tie. Not mine. I stared at it longer than I should have. My hair was short. I hadn't used hair ties in years. And even if I did, I would never use black ones. I picked it up and rolled it between my fingers. My first thought wasn't, he's cheating. My first thought was, there must be an explanation. There always is, until there isn't. That evening, I casually asked Mark, "Did you give anyone a ride recently?" He barely looked up from his phone. "Yeah, a coworker last week. Why?" My heart skipped, but I forced a smile. "No reason, just cleaning your car." He nodded. No hesitation, no nervousness. And just like that, I convinced myself I was being silly. For a few days, life went back to normal. Dinner, homework, laundry, late-night TV. But something inside me had shifted. A tiny crack had formed. And no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't ignore it. I started noticing things. Mark began working late, not occasionally, consistently. He used to text when he was on his way home. Now, hours would pass without a word. When I asked, he'd say, "Meetings ran long, deadlines, stress." I wanted to believe him. I really did. One night, while folding laundry, I found a receipt, a restaurant bill, for two. A restaurant we had never been to together. The date, from a night he said he had eaten at the office. I sat on the bed, the receipt shaking in my hands, my chest tight, like someone had pressed pause on my breathing. Still, I said nothing. I told myself confronting him without proof would make me look paranoid, desperate, like one of those women you hear about, but never expect to become. So instead, I stayed quiet. I watched. I listened. And I learned. Mark started guarding his phone like it was a secret diary. Screen always face down. Password changed. Bathroom door locked when he took calls. One evening, while he showered, his phone buzzed on the nightstand. I didn't pick it up. I just looked at the screen. A message preview flashed. "I miss you already." No name, just a number. That was the moment I knew. Not suspected, not guessed, knew. But even then, I didn't cry. I felt numb. Over the next few weeks, I quietly became someone I didn't recognize. I memorized his schedule. I noted his moods. I checked credit card statements. He met her on Thursdays, always Thursdays. I discovered she worked at his office. Younger, recently divorced, long hair, black hair ties. I never stalked her. I didn't need to. The truth was already heavy enough. What hurt the most wasn't the affair. It was how easily he came home afterward, how he kissed my forehead, asked about my day, sat at our table, and ate the food I cooked, like nothing was wrong. Our anniversary was approaching, 15 years. Mark suggested dinner at a nice restaurant. He even booked a babysitter. I smiled and agreed. Inside, I made a decision. I wasn't going to scream, I wasn't going to beg, and I wasn't going to expose him in public. Not yet. At dinner, he raised his glass and said, "To us." I raised mine too. "To honesty," I replied. He laughed, thinking it was a joke. After dessert, I slid something across the table. The hair tie, the receipt, printed screenshots from our phone bill. His smile disappeared. For the first time in weeks, I watched him struggle for words. "I can explain," he said. I nodded. "I know." I stood up, placed my wedding ring beside the evidence, and walked out. I didn't look back. The divorce wasn't dramatic. No shouting, no scenes, just truth. People were shocked. They always are. No one expects the quiet woman to leave first. I moved into a smaller place, started over, learned how to breathe again. Months later, I saw Mark at the grocery store. He looked tired, older. I felt free. Sometimes I think about that hair tie, how something so small opened my eyes, and I wonder how many women are ignoring the tiny signs right now. I hope they don't, because silence protects lies and truth, even when it hurts, always sets you free.